when the night grows quiet and the road feels far away. There was a candle in the window of a house along the road, a little flame against the darkness where the cold night wind had blown. I've been walking through the silence with a heart too tired to fight. Every step felt like a question in the middle of the night. Then that small light in the distance caught my wandering eyes. Like a candle in the dark, your love keeps shining through. When the world feels cold and empty, Lord, it leads my heart to you. Through the storm and through the sorrow, through the nights I lost my way, that little flame of mercy guided me today. All the roads I've walked in trouble, all the tears I tried to hide, every burden on my shoulders, every shadow deep inside. But that light kept softly glowing like a promise in the night, saying, child, just keep on walking till you reach the morning light. And the hope I thought I'd buried started breathing once again. Like a candle in the dark, your love keeps shining through. When the world feels cold and empty, Lord, it leads my heart to you. Through the storm and through the sorrow, through the nights I lost my way, that little flame of mercy guided me today. Even the smallest fire can light a broken soul, and the grace I thought was gone was there to make me whole. Like a candle in the dark, your mercy lights the way. Every road that once was lonely now feels brighter than the day. And the man who walked in darkness with a heart too blind to see found the light of heaven shining right where he was meant to be. Just a candle in the dark was enough to set me free. Some nights faith feels small. There were nights my heart was shaking, like a candle in the wind. Every prayer felt like a whisper, lost among my sins. I kept walking through the silence with no answers from above. But somewhere in that darkness, I could still feel your love. Even when my voice was breaking, you were listening somehow. 'Cause a little faith is enough to carry me through the night. When the road is long and lonely and I cannot see the light, even when my hands are trembling and my soul is feeling rough, I keep holding on to heaven. 'Cause a little faith is enough. I have stumbled in the valley, I have wandered far from grace, but the mercy in your presence never left my place. Every tear became a lesson, every fall a guiding hand, and the faith I thought was fading was the strength that helped me stand. Through the thunder and the silence, through the questions in my soul, 'cause a little faith is enough to carry me through the night. When the road is long and lonely and I cannot see the light, even when my hands are trembling and my soul is feeling rough, I keep holding on to heaven. 'Cause a little faith is enough. Maybe faith is just a spark burning quietly inside, and when the darkness tries to claim us, it becomes our only guide. Yes, a little faith is enough. When the storm begins to rise, when the tears fall like the rain, and the fear is in my eyes. Even broken hearts can sing when they trust the one above, and the smallest seed of faith is more than strong enough. A little faith is enough. Hear that desert wind tonight. Dust was rising from the highway. Underneath the fading sun, every mile felt like a question about the man that I'd become. I had walked through years of silence with a heart too tired to fight, till the desert wind kept whispering, there's still mercy in the night. And the sky was wide and endless, like the grace I couldn't see. So I sent a prayer into the desert wind, let it rise above the sand, hoping heaven might be listening to a broken, wandering man. And the wind kept softly singing through the valley of my soul, that the God I thought had left me was the God who brought me home. Every step across the desert, every tear I tried to hide, every road that nearly broke me, had your mercy walking by. I was searching for a mountain, for a sign to make me stay, but the answer came in silence on that lonely desert way, like a voice inside the wind, calling softly through the night. So I sent a prayer into the desert wind, let it rise above the sand, hoping heaven might be listening to a broken, wandering man. And the wind kept softly singing through the valley of my soul, that the God I thought had left me was the God who brought me home. Maybe faith is just a whisper traveling across the land, and the grace I thought I'd lost forever was written in the sand. Now my prayer the dark and through the dawn. And the man who once was lost out here knows he was never alone. My prayer in the desert wind. I never thought I'd come back here again. There's an old white church at the end of the road, where the paint is cracked with time. I used to run past those wooden steps when the world was on my mind. But tonight the wind feels different, and the sky hangs low and gray. So I walked up that quiet pathway like a child who lost his way. My hands were shaking slowly as I reached for that old door. At the old church door, I stood alone with the weight of years and sin. But the moment that I pushed it open, I felt forgiveness rushing in. Every tear I've tried to hide fell down to that wooden floor, and the grace I thought I'd lost forever was waiting by that old church door. The pews were worn and empty, and the candle burned so low, but the silence felt like heaven more than anything I know. Every prayer I never finished, every road that led me wrong, echoed softly through the chapel like a half-remembered song. Then I dropped down to my knees right there on the floor. At the old church door, I found my peace, where my wandering heart could rest. All the shame I carried through the years fell slowly from my chest, and the voice I thought I'd lost forever spoke gentle to my soul, saying, saying, child, I've always loved you, even when you lost control. Now the night don't feel so heavy, and the road don't seem so long, 'cause the grace I found in that small church has been with me all along. At the old church door, my blues were gone, like the rain after a storm. And the broken man who walked inside came out a soul reborn. So if your heart feels lost tonight, and your hope feels far from shore, there's mercy waiting quietly behind that old church door. Behind that old church door.
Another night, another prayer. I was walking through a cold, dark valley with a burden on my soul. Every mile felt a little heavier, every prayer harder to hold. The wind kept whispering doubt in my ear, saying hope had lost its way. But somewhere deep in the silence, I heard heaven softly say, child, don't lose your faith tonight. I'm closer than you know, right where the blues need grace. Your mercy found my broken place when the night was cold and long. You turned my cry into a song, right where the blues meet grace. You lifted tears from my face, and in the shadow of my pain, your love called out my name. I've seen storms roll through my life like thunder across the plains. I've watched dreams fall like rain through seasons filled with pain. But every time I nearly stumble, every time I almost fell, your gentle hand kept reaching, pulling me out of hell. Even when the road gets rough, your love won't let me go. Right the night was cold and long, you turned my cry into a song. Right where the blues meet grace, you lifted tears from my face, and in the shadow of my pain, your love called out my name. Now I know the darkest nights can lead to brighter days. Every tear becomes a prayer when a weary soul still prays. So I'll keep walking this old road with faith to light my way, 'cause the God who saved my heart still hears me when I pray. Right where the blues meet grace, I found your warm embrace, and every scar inside my soul reminds me you made me whole. Right where the blues meet grace, my heart will sing your praise through every storm and every trial. Your love will stay a while. Oh Lord, right where the blues meet grace, that's where you found me. Some nights heaven feels so far away. There were nights I knelt in silence with no answers in the air. Every prayer I tried to whisper felt like no one heard me there. I was searching for a miracle, for a sign to make it clear, but the sky just kept on holding every doubt and every fear. And I wondered in the darkness if you'd ever hear my call. But even when I couldn't feel you, you were walking by my side, through the silence and the shadows, through the tears I tried to hide. Every step I thought was lonely, every road I walked alone was a road your grace had covered, even when it felt unknown. I remember all the mornings when the sun would slowly rise, and the peace I couldn't notice was the answer to my cries. In the quiet of the daylight, in the stillness of the breeze, I began to see your mercy
in the smallest things I see. Maybe faith is not a feeling. Maybe faith is simply trust. 'Cause even when I couldn't feel you, you were closer than the air. Through the valleys of my worry, through the weight I couldn't bear, every moment I was breaking, every night I thought I'd fall, was the moment you were holding every piece of it all. And the love I tried to measure was the love that carried me through the nights I thought were empty, to the grace I couldn't see. Even when I couldn't feel you, you were never far away. Through the silence and the questions, through the night and through the day, and the faith I kept on dying was the faith that led me through. 'Cause the God I thought was distant was the God who always knew. Even when I couldn't feel you.
The porch boats creak beneath my feet, and this old guitar begins to speak. Sitting on the old wood porch, watching daylight fade, finger on these worn out strings like the prayers I never prayed. There were miles behind my footsteps, full of roads I couldn't see, but the wind across these fields whispers quiet hope to me. And the sky is turning gold, like mercy on the ground. Lord, I hear you in the quiet, in the rustling of the trees, in the song this old guitar is slowly singing back to me. Every road that felt so lonely, every mile I walked in fear, now the grace I thought was distant feels a little closer here. I remember chasing thunder, looking for a bigger sign. but your voice was in the silence all along this road of mine. In the laughter of a stranger, in the warmth of southern rain, in the peace that comes at sunset after days of hidden pain. Maybe heaven speaks the loudest when the world is standing still. Lord, I hear you in the quiet, in the rustling of the trees, in the song this old guitar is slowly singing back to me. Every road that felt so lonely, every mile I walked in fear, now the grace I thought was distant feels a little closer here. And this old guitar keeps humming like a story I once knew, that the love I kept on searching was the love that led to you. Lord, I hear you in the quiet, in the night and in the breeze, and the man I used to be is not the man I'll always be. Every step that once was heavy feels lighter than before, 'cause the grace I found tonight was waiting at my door. Your last chord fades into the night, and the porch goes quiet again. This road feels longer every mile. Dust on my boots and a restless heart, walking beneath the fading sun. Every mile behind my footsteps feels like the things I've done. The wind keeps whispering softly through the tall pine trees, like heaven trying to tell me, son, just fall down on your knees. I've been running from forgiveness for so many miles, but this long road to mercy keeps calling out my name. Through every mile of sorrow, through every step of shame, and the farther that I wander, the more my soul can see that every broken road I'm walking still leads your grace to me. I remember nights of thunder when my heart was cold as stone, thinking I could face the darkness, thinking I was strong alone. But the silence of the highway and the stars above my head make me hear a quiet promise in every prayer I said. Maybe grace was always waiting somewhere down this road, 'cause this long road to mercy keeps calling out my name through every mile of sorrow, through every step of shame. And the farther that I wander, the more my soul can see that every broken road I'm walking still leads your grace to me. Every step I take tonight feels lighter than before, like the chains I carried all these years don't hold my heart no more. Yes, this long road to mercy was never mine alone, 'cause every tear and every prayer was guiding my way home. And the man who started walking with a heart too blind to see found the light of heaven shining at the end of Mercy Street. Long road to mercy.
Distant train whistle echoed through the night. The station lights were fading, and the platform stood alone. I thought I missed the last train back to the place called home. Every mile I traveled felt like something left behind, but the tracks kept softly singing through the corners of my mind. Catch that light. Every mile behind that whistle carries hope along, and the road to grace keeps running like an endless song. I had waited in the shadows thinking hope was gone. But the sound across the valley was a quiet mercy song. Steel rails in the moonlight shine like silver lines, leading every broken traveler through the hands of time. Now the engine keeps on rolling through the darkness of the plain, and the rhythm of its wheels sounds like freedom in the rain. Sometimes the last train waiting is the one we fear to see. The last train of mercy finally came for me. And the whistle fades slowly into the morning light.
Some nights faith feels quiet. I remember all those evenings when the sky was turning gray, and my prayers were barely breathing, like the words had lost their way. I was searching for a fire, for a sign that I was heard. But the faith I had inside me was just softer than a word, like a whisper in the darkness. Barely strong enough to stand. When my faith was only a whisper, you weren't listening somehow. Every silent prayer I carried was reaching heaven. Even now, even when my heart was breaking, even when my hope was thin, that quiet little whisper was enough to bring you in. I was looking for the thunder, for a miracle to see. But the grace I needed most was already here with was only a whisper. The wind was howling tonight. Rain falling on this empty road, thunder rolling through the sky. Every step felt like a question, every breath another try. I was walking through the darkness with no place left to go, till a small light in the distance started softly glowing low, like a whisper through the thunder, calling out my name. You were the lantern in my storm, when the night was cold and wild. Through the lightning and the sorrow, you were guiding this lost child. Every road that tried to break me, every tear that fell before, could not hide that shining lantern, leading me forevermore. I remember all the miles where my hope was almost gone, but that little flame kept burning, even when the night was long. Even storms can't hide the light heaven sends to lead us home. You were the lantern in my storm, through the darkness and the rain, and the man who once was wandering found his way again. I walked through the valley of my own mistakes. I carry the weight of every wrong I made, every broken promise, every prayer delayed. Thought I was too far for grace to find my way, till I heard a whisper calling through the pain. When I thought the road was ending, when my hope was almost gone, you were there all along. Mercy still calls my name tonight, through the dark and through the rain. Calls your name, calls your name. Every chain that held my soul so tight couldn't stand that holy flame. Set me free, set me free. And the grace I thought I'd never see was the grace that rescued me. Hallelujah, I am free. I remember nights when heaven felt so far, like the sky had closed every shining star. But the choir kept singing in my heart that mercy never swamps where broken people are. Oh, mercy never ending, through the thunder and the silence, through the tears I tried to hide. He was there by my side. Mercy still calls my name tonight, through the dark and through the rain. Calls your name, calls your name. Every chain that held my soul so tight couldn't stand that holy flame. Set me free, set me free. And the grace I thought I'd never see was the grace that rescued me. Hallelujah, I am free. Now my voice is rising higher than the fear I used to know. Let it rise, let it rise. And the love that found me in the valley is called my name. Oh Lord, when the night gets long, help me hold on. There's a long dark road before my eyes, cold wind blowing through the night. Every step feels heavy on my soul. Still I'm searching for your light. Trouble knocking at my door again, whispering I should walk away. But deep inside I hear your promise calling me to stay. When my strength is fading and my hope feels far away, I remember your mercy has never changed. So I'll hold on to faith through the storm and rain. When my heart is weak and the world feels full of pain, I'll keep calling your name till the morning breaks. With the cross before me, Lord, I'll hold on to faith. Every tear I cried along the road, every prayer I sent above, was a step toward your mercy, was a step into your love. Even when the sky turns dark and gray and the answers never come, I can feel your quiet presence saying, child, keep holding on. So I'll hold on to faith through the storm and rain. When my heart is weak and the world feels full of pain, I'll keep calling your name till the morning breaks. With the cross before me, Lord, I'll hold on to faith. The storm may shake the mountain, the night may hide the sun, but the promise of your mercy is stronger than the storm. And the road that leads to heaven is the road my soul will take. So I walk it with your spirit and hold on to my faith. Yes, I'll hold on to faith till the shadows fade away. Through the valley of the struggle, through the battles of the day, when the world feels cold and my heart begins to break, trust your